Good evening, everybody. I'm Shadow of Order. Welcome back to Shadow of Mordor. Um, I think I'll just spend this one walking around
I thought I
collecting
heard
all this
something.
stuff. I do like the collection process. I wonder what the inside of these towers looks like, because you can never tell because it instantly does that before you have a chance to get up there. Huh. Ding!
A citadel from the ancient world. Secrets seen only by my eyes.
Detonating fire arrow. Okay. Shing.
So Brave Walker managed to kill the hammers. Yeah, so what? We'll make him kneel before our Lord's might.
I would have thought he would have despawned. My goodness. Clever, most clever, this note written on parchment seems to have been written with a previously I can't say that word. I pronounced it before. Undiscovered code. It appears to be neither a skip nor substitution code, the note being social.
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it. The orcs here have an ally in the stinking flies. Mordor has its share of stiffs, and I had thought the flies were just getting their fill. But they're moving and attacking like one. Like they got a brain. I've tried to avoid them. They build nests everywhere, and you can hear them buzzing all the time. The orcs here seem to worship the pests. Except, of course, when getting stung by them,
Worship
the orcs
them?
say they're spies. And who are they spying for? They aren't yours, are they?
Huh. Just another one of Sauron's eyes.
There are other forces in Mordor besides ourselves and Sauron.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
These are the spies of Kurunir.
Oh. Am I supposed to know that one? Is that in the appendices? Artifacts, nature, people? Erin sang to the prisoners in lockup. She tended to their needs and fed them. Her father was the constable, a cold and hard man who served a rough justice. Her kindness softened many hard tempers, and she kept the peace as well as, or perhaps even better than her father. Her fine singing attracted the attention of the ranger, Hirgon, and the two fell in love. Outcasts and rangers distrusted each other, sometimes killed one another. Erin married her ranger, and her pleasant nature overcame the scorn she received from her people. When Erin was captured by the Uruks, he had almost crushed, and Erin, even in captivity, knew love would save her. Ratbag. Ratbag the Uruk craves power without knowing what he would do with it. He cannot heft a heavy weapon over his head, but he will, stupidly perhaps, attempt to claw his way to the top of Sauron's army by aligning with his people's great enemy, the Grave Walker. He has deluded himself into believing the Ranger will help him become a war chief, and, once he has power, he'll be able to keep all he has achieved. His many scars bear witness to his ineptitude and history of failure. He is a craven little thing whose only chance of success is in spite of himself. Wow. War chiefs are the elite. They kill their way to the top, defend the position with absolute ferocity. Got a squad of bodyguards, serve them. Yeah. Yeah. Sawbones. As with elves, Uruks excel at war, but do not seem to age or sicken, and rarely die naturally. Huh? I didn't know that. But when they do, they need healing. When they do need healing, they call for the Sawbones. These Uruks are imbued with a basic knowledge of herbal anatomy, allowing them to perform rudimentary medical treatment, which generally involves some form of amputation. Given the propensity for hacking meat, they often moonlight as cooks and brew the putrid, inflammable orc grog that keeps the orc army on its feet. Beastmasters are spawned for the job no Uruk would rightly volunteer for, taming and slaughtering the wild beasts of Mordor, the ideal for the dual role of hunter and killer. Mordor is a place of wild beasts requiring domination. Beastmasters track and capture the creatures required to serve as the Darklord's army. They exterminate the monsters that might impede his progress. The ones who trap categories and pen them or bring down the enormous great beasts to be used as cargo carriers. Beastmasters also clear campsite outposts, destroying the native ghouls, Ungol, and rats so as to make the sites usable for their brethren. Lithariel was the daughter of Lady Marwen, Queen of the Shores. An infant, she was the only survivor of a trading ship which fell prey to the raids of the tribesmen. Queen Marwen adopted the infant as a daughter. She is now the first in line for the throne. No one questions Lithariel's authority. She grew up quickly among the tribesmen and mistaken their values as her own. A tough warrior, she was resourceful and honorable to a fault, never surrendered the battle, even though it cost those following her their lives. The tribesmen are descended from Corsairs who are settled to the Sea of Moon following Gondor's retreat hundreds of years before. As time passed, they gave up raiding and settled down to fish the sea and farm the land. However, they never gave the warrior tradition. When Uruks came, the people of Myrn were able to put fierce resistance. Celebrimbor, the shining light of the elves of the second age of Middle-earth. Celebrimbor was lord of Ergion and the greatest elven smith to be found in the mortal lands. He was strong, fearless, proud, and unforgiving, but his pride was his undoing, and the undoing of his kingdom. Oh, he was actually a proper king. He was seduced by Sauron and fair guise, and side by side they forged the rings of power. 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone, 9 for mortal men doomed to die. In secret, Sauron forged the One Ring, and the 3. They forged the 3 together. 3 for the elf kings under the sky. Yeah. The Dark Lord Sauron claims Middle-earth as his rightful dominion. Only he has the power to bring order and halt the steady decline of this world since it was abandoned by the Valar. To preserve the world, he convinced the Elf Lord Celebrimbor to work with him on the Rings of Power before forging the One Ring as master of all the others. He was betrayed, and Celebrimbor forged the 3 Elven Rings in secret. In his rage, he dragged Celebrimbor back to Mordor to make him reveal the location of these 3 and to perfect the one, only to be betrayed again. Recently defeated by the White Council and Dol Guldur and driven back to Mordor, but he is determined that this shall be his final defeat. From here in Mordor, he will reforge his strength to conquer Middle-earth, for there are none with the power to oppose him. That's not how I remember. I was fairly certain he helped forge the 3 rings so he could take control of the elves who would be wearing them, the Elven Kings. Did they try and change lore? They tried to change the lore here.
Tumug.
How dare you! Man swine! You won't be so quiet with a blade stuck in your gullet!
Tumug being king. Come on.
I will kill you!
Why won't you let me hit you? What the heck? Why can't I hit this guy? What the heck?
I've been waiting for this! You're nothing!
Oh, can I not brand a captain? Come on.
Die, you filth!
Oh, come on. I almost had him.
Ranger, you have to help. My brother was speaking ill of the Dark Lord. It made the slaver furious.
Something just moved over there.
Watch out from above!
Screw the slasher. Okay, yeah, that is creepier than saying, but...
At last you poke your head out of your crypt, but I'll put you back in for good.
Be wary of his sword! No one to save you, Tom! I've known that trick for years!
Curse you, Ranger.
Dominate! Wait, was he mine at the end? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I was in the dark, couldn't see anything. That's my excuse.
I don't understand why men will scream so much when I break their ribs with my fist.
Try breaking their ribs with an axe next time and see if that makes a difference. Oh no, a cannibal!
Come on, have your head!
Give me an opening!
Explosion! Stay on your guard!
He must have run off.
Man swine! I've been hunting you. Time to end your pathetic life.
Luga.
You're always jumping in shadow. Trick me.
You gotta like the beating!
Okay, there's just... What? Come on. What's that? What's that? What's that?
You'll always be swinging your sword about. Wait, I think not! No! What you do over there? I need reinforcements!
Oh, come
We
on.
need more oro! Like the bacon!
Not who I went to hit.
This is advantage! I won't leave him alone! Stroke if you're not careful! Run up the beacon, you flop! From the side! It won't work on me! You're nothing, Cock!
Luga.
Even
Well... Huh. Wonder if I can just have
I ain't
all
no
of them.
witch or nothing, but I knew the minute we started the hunt that I was gonna be the one that won.
Huh.
If anyone tries deceiving me, I'll kill him. There's only room enough for one cunning liar around here, that's me.
Lockbox key. Got the long ago by locksmith cause of doom. Okay.
The orcs are making things mighty difficult. This might be my last one in a long while.
My wife and I, we need to be elsewhere.
The lockbox. Open it. Now.
Why?
These are hard times. And I need to know you can pay. Up front. Well now, that's hardly enough for both.
We've always... That's all I have. Please, my wife.
Should have saved more. Now, room for one on the boat. You decide.
There are still some paths open out of Mordor.
The more we can set Mordor to flame, the more people will reach freedom.
Drag attack.
I don't really want to.
Our warriors deserve more than they get.
Agree. It's always the berserkers who get the grog. Or the archers. Or sheep.
They don't need no reward.
What was that?
Traitors!
There are no traitors here.
He's run off.
Must have been a goat in the underbrush.
Stay alert, just in case.
Come on.
Best weather for a good battle is what the menfolk call bad.
Right. That's going to be the end of this episode. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, have a good evening, everybody.